Hi folks, I'm just off for an early morning walk along the seafront in Littlehampton at the moment. You can see almost full moon. I don't think it's quite full, but nearly. I do wish I could zoom up more on this camera. I hope you can make it out. It's really nice and clear, the sky this morning. This is just an excuse to make a video really. I just have trouble knowing what to say. I feel like I've got so many things to talk about, but I can never think of anything in particular. Kind of forcing myself to come out for a walk. I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to stay at home, lay in bed all day, but that's not going to help me. I'm just dreading this month because of appointments coming up. I've got 2 scans on Monday. The scans themselves aren't too terrible. It's just it's the results that I'll get mid-month that I'm more worried about. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about that. I feel like I keep telling everyone about this on this channel and my other one. Whenever I make videos like this where I'm just chatting, I cut most of it out. I listen to it back and think, what am I talking about? I'm just muttering on about such boring nonsense. Why is anyone going to want to listen? Sunrise will be fairly soon. I'm not sure what the time is, but sunrise is around 8 o'clock. I don't think it's quite that yet. But the sky looks like it will be quite clear for it. You can see the light behind me. It looks good, doesn't it? Hello. Morning. It's very cold. My phone tells me it's about 0 degrees centigrade. I know that's not that cold compared to some countries, like Canada, where they get it to minus 30. You can see the frost on the ground. It looks slippery. I suppose it is a little bit, but not much. It's about safe to walk on without slipping everywhere. So, as I said, I'm forcing myself to come out and get some exercise. Just mentally, I'm not in a good place. I'm not sure what I can do to change that. It's not like I haven't been making an effort recently. I've shown this shelter before, either on this or the other channel, or both, but it's ridiculous. It used to be a proper shelter here, a nice old brick shelter, and it did actually perform its function, i.e. a shelter. But this doesn't shelter you from much, and this is part of what they call the long bench. And because they wanted to get it into the record books, they continued the bench in this pattern inside this shelter, and then called it like a continuous bench. But it's not really, because you can't sit on most of it. And in fact, it stops here. I thought it carried on. This must be the end of it. It kind of looks different, I suppose, and interesting. I'm just in a mood to complain about everything, I'm afraid. I think I've been like that a lot lately. I don't like it. It's not who I am, really. Can you see the colours now in the sky where the sun is almost up? That looks amazing. And you can see the reflection in these other clouds as well. Wow. I also like at this time of day that the condensation trails from the planes are much more visible. You realise how many planes there are in the sky. You probably can't make them out in this view. I'm just going to walk to the river. I may walk along it for a bit, see how it goes. I do hope the loos are open. I think they open at 8, so I may have to wait a little while. Does anyone else struggle to know whether to say hello to a stranger or not? I do try and make eye contact with people and say hello, but it's kind of embarrassing if they don't reply. So if you make eye contact first, you can normally judge if they're going to be the friendly type. But I don't like it when I misjudge it and I say hello and they just ignore me or grunt. It's very embarrassing. Here's the second of the shelters. There's two of them as part of this long bench. I didn't realise the bench actually goes between the two shelters because it stops at the end of this shelter as well. It was the longest bench in the world, I think, at one point, and then they changed it because I was told you can't consider this part a bench because you can't sit on it. So it's now just referred to as the long bench. I wasn't going to tell you all about Little Hampden because, as I said, you've seen it before, but I'm not sure what else to talk about. I'm just chatting, really. These are the so-called sound stages. You see the signs, danger, do not climb, but the kind of people that would climb would ignore such a sign, wouldn't they? Soon, in about an hour, there'll be lots of runners here. They do is it a fun run or a charity run? I'm not quite sure. But they do it along the seafront here on Saturdays. And I think it starts at 9. And it's really busy. There's always loads of people. Some new things here at Little Hampden. There's a small volleyball court, some new shops, and I'm not sure what else. These shops are closed, I don't know, most of the year. They open at peak summer times when it's very busy. I don't expect them to be open now. It's just that they rarely open at all. Same as the Harbour Park amusements just behind this. They're almost never open. I want to fly my drone out to a fishing boat. I did that once when I first had a drone and it was a bit scary. I flew it a bit too far really. But it was great to see the fishing boat right by the drone and see the shore in the background. It was at night as well, so you could just see the lights on the boat and the lights from the shore. I keep checking I am recording. I'm sure anyone who makes videos for YouTube has had times when they think they're recording and it turns out they're not. And so they've been speaking for half an hour to nobody. I'm always checking my camera and my microphone, which is separate. These are the new toilets. I like to talk about toilets on this channel. I'm going to rename it the Toilet Channel. Visit Toilets with Geoff, and I explore all the toilets in West Sussex. I will go to the other side. Oh look, they've got some new showers. All this bit is new. That would be great on a hot day. I heard my echo as I walked through here. Hello. Oh, that's better. I wonder what they're going to do here. This wall is not new. I'm not sure what was there before, I can't remember. But if you're interested, scan this. This is the Coast Guard Tower. I don't know why they built this extra bit next to it. It doesn't exactly match, does it? I wish I would stop complaining. Oh my goodness, the sun is up. I hope the camera adjusts for that. I've noticed there are lots of handsome men in Little Hampden, like this guy. And here's another one. There's also lots of wildlife in Littlehampton, as you can see. And sometimes, especially early morning like this, the fish come out of the sea and walk along the promenade. It's an incredible sight, isn't it? This is quite new, fresh drinking water. That would be great in the summer. There's the lighthouse and the pier. This gimbal, it keeps on adjusting itself. Does anyone else have this problem with a Pocket 3? I know lots of vloggers like me have Pocket 3 cameras. The gimbal is always slightly high. You have to double tap the joystick button to recenter it. I don't know why it does that. I have to constantly reset it. Oh, it's quite slippery on the pier. Morning. Doing a time lapse. Do you do a time lapse?
No. Just HDR shots.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I almost brought my camera with me, but couldn't be bothered. It's too heavy. Have a good day, mate. He said he was doing HDR shots. If you don't know, it's high dynamic range. It's where you do several shots of underexposure and overexposure. You kind of put them together and then you can see lots of detail from all the different points of brightness. I don't think that's a very good explanation. That's a good shot. Me with the sun behind. Don't know what to say. Just enjoy the view. Me at sunrise. What more could you ask for on a Saturday morning? There's another one of those handsome men coming. They're really out in force today, aren't they? I think I can see another one coming as well. On my local elephant friends. We got a couple of giraffes living nearby as well. Oh, here's the resident whale. He comes out of the sea every morning about this time. It's odd seeing how long your shadow is. Follow my shadow from my shoes. Right, I'm just going to walk alongside the river for a while. It's a shame there aren't some boats to show you. You just don't get many boats. When you do get them, they're mostly fishing boats, and they're interesting to see. They tend to all come out at the same time. I don't know why. This is where I filmed a heron and an egret the other day. I can't get used to filming myself with this camera because the lens isn't as wide angle as some cameras. You have to hold it quite a bit further from your face. Otherwise it's really close. But then it makes me look like a wally holding this thing right out in front of me. I'm trying to get the sun behind me to look cool. There you go. I think I'll keep walking for a while longer. I do need the exercise. I think it helps overall. Can't people read the signs that say no cycling? This is where you can buy raw fish, freshly caught. I love walking past here because of the smell. I just like the smell of raw fish. I want to do another live stream. The last one was okay. Mostly just had one person chatting with me. I want more people to come. I've got 2 more subscribers, so that will help. I've got 31 now. Wow. Any of my new subscribers, already existing subscribers, please say hello in the comments. Oh, I hate filming myself. Looking at myself in the display. Oh, I just look awful. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. I really try to get over it. People say, oh, you look fine, but they're going to, aren't they? My friends aren't going to say, oh, Geoff, you look terrible. Don't film yourself ever again. You look so bad. People aren't going to say that. I feel like I'm not really achieving what I wanted to today, which is to have a good chat. I'm just muttering about the same old stuff. I want to say something inspirational and helpful to people who are going through similar things to me. But I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being followed. I'm sure I'm not. That's what it feels like. So I don't feel comfortable speaking freely. How do people make vlogs on trains and buses? I don't know. I could never do that. He was having a good look, you know, that guy. That's why I felt a bit uncomfortable with him behind me. He was sort of watching me, and when I let him go past me, he was turning his head and having a look, wondering what I'm doing. I'm definitely going to head home now. My body is instructing me to go home in ways I shall not explain. This wooden sculpture is supposed to be a seagull. I can kind of see, I suppose that's his beak, isn't it? Oh well. I'm not really complaining. I know it sounds like I'm moaning about everything, but I'm not. I'm just commenting. I'm trying to pick a moment to speak while there's no one around, but where I am now it's quite busy. I'm going to go now and walk home. Thanks for watching this bore fest. Have a nice day. Happy New Year, if I haven't said it to you already. Before I go, I'll show you the runners I was talking about earlier. They're starting to gather here. So it suddenly started to get busy.